Hey everyone, I welcome you all to this video. And in this video, we are going to discuss about some other Excel functions. We have started a new playlist in which I'll be uploading videos related to the various functions in Excel. And this is the second video, right? So let's begin with the discussion. So first of all, in this C column, you can see that we have some names that are written here. And you can see that in each one of the names, all the letters are in lowercase, right? These are lowercase letters. We want that each letter should be converted into uppercase, right? So how we can achieve that? Using which function we can achieve that? We'll just see that. So first of all, I will click here in D2 cell, and then I will first of all, every formula in Excel begins with an equal to sign. So equal to, and I will type upper and then press tab key, and I will select the text and I will close the bracket and press enter. So you can see that the first name, that is Jayant, is converted into uppercase. All the letters are converted into uppercase. Now I will just simply click here on D2 cell, and then I will hover the mouse such that I see this plus icon, black colored plus icon, as you can see on the screen, and I'll simply double click on it. So you can see that all other names are converted into uppercase, right? Now let's say, as I have converted all the names into uppercase, now I want to convert the names written in D column again into lowercase. So how we can achieve that? We'll just see that now. So first of all, I'll click here in E2 cell. Then since every formula in Excel begins with equal to sign, so equal to, and then I will write lower, press tab key, select the first name, close the bracket, press enter. So you can see that this Jayant written in D column is now converted into, uppercase. That in D column, you can see that the name was written in uppercase, but in E column, you can see that the name is now again written in the lowercase, right? So now I will click here on E2 cell and hover the mouse such that this black plus icon appears, then double click on it. So you can see that all the names are now again converted into lowercase, right? All the letters in these names are lowercase letters. Now we will discuss about one more function, that is mid function. Let's say we are interested in extracting the first three characters in the name. So how we can achieve that? Or let's say there are some characters from the name or any other text and we want to extract that. So how we can achieve that? We can achieve it using mid function. How we can achieve that? We'll just see that now. So first of all, I'll click here in F2 cell and then equal to, since every formula begins with equal to sign, so equal to, and then I'll write the mid function, that is mid, press tab key, and let's say for the names written in E column, we want first three characters. So you can see that as per the definition, you need to pass the text in the function, then you have to provide the starting number, that is the position. You are basically required to provide the position of the character starting from which you want the characters to be extracted, and then you have to provide the number of the characters, total number of the characters that you want to be extracted from the text. So and for example, if I'll take the example of the first name written here, that is Jayant. So J is at first position, then A is at second position, Y third, then again A is at fourth position, N is at fifth position, and similarly T is at sixth position. So first of all, since we are required to provide the text in the function, so I will simply click here on this text, then comma, and since I want the first three characters to be extracted and J is at position 1, so you need to provide the starting number. So I will simply write 1 here, and then the total number of the characters that I want to be extracted are 3, so I'll simply write 3 here and close the bracket, press enter. So you can see that first three characters are extracted from the name, that is J. Right now I will again click here on F2 cell, then hover the mouse such that I see this black colored plus icon, and then I'll double click on it. So you can see that first three characters are extracted from the names written in E column. So that's how this function works, mid function works, right? Now we are going to discuss about some other functions, that is square root function and power function, right? So here you can see that in M column we have some numbers, and let's say I'm interested in knowing about the square root of these functions. So there's a function in Excel that we can use, that is SQRT function, so square root function. So I will simply, first of all, since every formula in Excel begins with equal to, so equal to, then I'll write SQRT, press the tab key, simply select the number, close the bracket and press enter. So this gives you nothing but the square root of number written in this is which cell? This is M2 cell, right? And this is the square root of 44 that is written in N2 cell. Now since I want the square root of all the numbers written in M column, so again I'll simply hover the mouse such that I see this black colored plus icon, and I'll double click on this icon now. So you can see that the square root of all the numbers is now calculated and is being represented in N column, right? For 444 we have 21.07131. Similarly for 567 we have 23.81176, and so on. Now let's say I'm not interested in knowing about the square root, but I want to know about the cube root of the numbers written in M column. So how we can achieve that? So for that purpose we can use power function. So since again every formula begins with equal to sign, so equal to, and then I'll write power, press tab key, select the number, and after the comma here in this power function you are required to provide the suitable power. So when we say cube root, it means that a given number is being raised to power 1 by 3. So after comma I will have to mention 1 by 3, and then I'll close the bracket and press enter. So this gives you the cube root of the number 44. Now again I'll simply click here in your O2 cell, and then I'll hover the mouse such that I get to see this black colored plus icon, and I'll simply double click on it. So you can see that corresponding cube roots are being shown to you in column O, right? So this is the square root in column N, and in column O we have the cube root. We can also find out the square root using power function. So how we can achieve that? When we say square root of a number, it means that that particular number is being raised to power 1 by 2. So if I had to find out the square root using power function, so in that case we'll have to provide or pass the power as 1 by 2. So in that case it will simply give us the square root. So let's say we want to find out the square root again using power function in P column. So I'll simply double click here in P2 cell, then equal to, then I'll write power, press tab key, select the first number, that is 44, comma, since we want to find out the square root, so I'll simply pass 1 by 2 in power and shift, and I'll close the bracket, press enter. Now simply I'll click here on P2 cell, and till the time this black colored plus icon appears, hold your mouse and then simply double click on this. So you can see that the values written in N column and values written in P column are exactly the same, right? Because both of them are representing the square root, and the only difference is that we have calculated the square root in N column using square root function, and here in P column we have used the power function. So that's how these functions can be used, and that's how these functions work. Also there is one more thing, the mid function that we have discussed about, it works on text as well. It works on text and it works on numbers as well, right? So you can use it for numbers as well. For example, let's say there are these numbers which are written in P column, and let's say for these numbers that are written in P column, I'm interested in extracting the first 3 characters, so I can use it for numbers as well. So I'll simply write equal to mid, press tab key, select the number, comma 1, comma 3, close the bracket, press enter. So you can see that first 3 characters are extracted. Simply click here on Q2 cell and then hold your mouse such that this black colored plus icon appears, and simply double click on this icon, and you can see that first 3 characters are extracted for the numbers written in column P. So this is how these functions can be used. These were some of the functions that we have discussed, and I'll upload more videos related to Excel functions. So I hope this video was helpful. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.